Today I'm going to share with you the various features of Google applications, specifically Google Docs and Google Drive. If you're like me, you fear losing your files on your computer or losing one of your thumb drives, and Google Drive provides cloud storage so it's always there and accessible from any device. The first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to have a Google account set up, and this can be linked to your school email address. If you have a Gmail address, you can also use that, but it just helps alleviate having to manage so many different email accounts. So once you've created your account, you'll have access to several applications that Google offers. Drive is one that you'll need to install once you create your account. I've already installed it, but I will show you how to go through the process. This takes you to My Drive, which I've already created. If you had not created it, you would simply click the link, Download Google Drive. Since I've already created one, I'm not going to accept and install. But you would simply, from this screen, click again on Download Google Drive. The install takes just a few moments, and it's very simple. If you've installed any program on your computer, you just follow the prompts, and in no time you're going to have access to your documents from any location, any device. No matter where you make changes, the changes are going to be on any device. So if I'm at school and I create a lesson plan, when I come home, if I want to access it here to make changes, I'll be able to do that at home, and the changes I've already created are in the computer. You'll also receive 5 gigabytes of free storage space, storage in the cloud, which makes it accessible from any device. This is great because a lot of times if you buy cloud storage, you have to pay for it. So you start out with 5 gigabytes of free space, which is a pretty large amount, and you'll have more than you need to begin with. So if I exit out of here and go back to My Drive. So once you've set up Google Drive, you'll have a page that looks like this. You'll be able to transfer documents from Microsoft Word, which is what I did with my UNCP grad work. I just created a folder and was able to transfer all my Microsoft Word documents here, so that if something happened to my hard drive on my computer, or if I needed to access something from school, it's here. I have it in grid view so that I can see the cover of my documents. This makes it easier if you have things that are named similar, or various PowerPoints that have similar names. You can easily access the correct one. When you're done looking at a file or a document, you just simply X out at the top. The Create button on the left is where you will create various types of documents and files. You can create a document like a Microsoft Word document. You can create a presentation. This is similar to PowerPoint. You can create spreadsheets like in Excel. Forms are they're basically spreadsheets, but they're in more of a question type format, and I'll show you one that I created just a moment ago. You can create drawings, and then you can also create folders to organize and manage your files. If you are or have a document that you created, or if you're creating a new document, the document screen looks like this, and you can see that it has all the same features as Microsoft Word, with the exception of grammar check and bibliography information. It does have spell check, so if you misspell a word, it will come up red, just like in Microsoft Word. You right click it, and did you mean this spelling of before? Yes. Now if that's a word that you frequently misspell, I always misspell the word for. I spell it F-R-O all the time. I could click on always correct to before, and that way if I misspelled it, it would just correct it without me having to change it myself. All changes saved. Every change you make is automatically saved. It saves every few seconds. So while you're typing, it's saving, which alleviates the need to have to go under File and click Save As. There is no Save As because, like I said, it's saving automatically. When you're done with a document, you can create a title for it. You just simply click on Create Title. And since this has nothing on it, I'm just going to call it blank. And then your title will come up here. You could also move it into one of your folders if you have folders created, if you'd like to do that. I'm going to go back to my drive and show you one of the best features of the Google Documents is the ability to share and collaborate with others. So I have a blank lesson plan page that I created using Google Docs. Now, if you transfer a file from Microsoft Word, you're not going to be able to collaborate on it. It has to be created in Google Docs. But if I wanted to work collaboratively with a teacher on my grade level, I would just simply click on Share. And I can share this link to them. Just email them that or post it. Or I can also email this link to whoever I want to share it with. So I'll email it to a colleague of mine. And then you want to make sure if you're going to collaborate on this item that you have the Can Edit box open. If you didn't want them to have the ability to edit it, you could they could comment on it, or that they could only view it. But if you want to collaborate, you're going to need to make sure that is on Can Edit. And then you simply, these boxes will move around. That's one thing you kind of have to get used to. So it takes me a minute because I'm just learning as well. But share and save. And click Done. And I get the box back over. It helps to click outside of the box, and that stabilizes it. Okay, and then Miss Allen could come in here and type the Common Core standards that we're going to address, the essential standards, and then I could come in and add some essential questions, and then we could create activities and be able to access this document from any computer, anywhere, with both of our contributions. Okay, I told you that I would show you the form that I created. I created a technology survey using Google Forms. And it's basically a spreadsheet. So if you want to view it, what it will look like as it goes out, you just click Go to Live Form. And you'll see the live form that will be shown to those who you have administered the survey to. When they're done, they simply click Submit. And now I'll take you back to show you how to create a form and what that looks like. So if you're going to create a form or a survey, you can simply go to Forms. And then you just type in your questions. You can choose the type of question types you would like: multiple choice, checkbox, choose from list, scale, or grid. And after you've created your question, you just simply click Done. You can also make this a required question. which is a good feature because if you're creating an online test or quiz for your students and they skip a question, it won't be able to submit it, and they'll have to go back and complete the question they skipped. When you're done filling in your text, you simply click done, and then you can create a new second question. Now, sometimes if you're creating tests, you'll realize, oh, maybe that question should be first. All you have to do is move it on top of the other, and then that makes it question 1. And you're done. There are a lot of uses in education. I can see myself creating a lot of online quizzes and reading assessments, vocabulary, using Google Forms. You can also create presentations. I've created, just playing around with it, a short little welcome back to school presentation. And if you're familiar with PowerPoint, this will be very simple. It has basically all the same features and editing tools. You can change background colors like I did on the second slide. You can add text. You can also insert images, videos. Because I don't have any text, I can't add a link, but you could add that if you had text on that page. You could add a YouTube video if you'd like, or insert a table. Lots of features similar to PowerPoint. The last slide you'll see I did insert an image. So if you're familiar with PowerPoint, you'll have no difficulty creating a Google presentation. It saves automatically, so anything I've done will be saved just as soon as I exit out. Now there are other features that Google offers, and those are at the top of the page. Of course, if you have Gmail, that'll take you directly to your Gmail account. Another feature that I looked at was the calendar. And I can look at it through the week, or I can look at the month. And if you're adding an event or something you need to be at, you simply click on that, and I'm going to add something new. Our VBS starts on that day as well. So it's my husband's birthday, and also Vacation Bible School at my church begins that day. They also have a social networking site. You'll need to create a profile. You can follow people just as you can on Twitter. You can also, and this is where you would add 10 people to your circle. If you have other people who have Gmail accounts or use Google+, you could add them. You can start a group, which they call Start a Hangout. So it's very similar to Edmodo or more like Facebook, because it seems to be more of a social site for family and friends. But you could create an educational group. I hope that you have enjoyed this screencast. I just wanted to introduce some of the features of Google Applications. It's kind of a one-stop shop for educational needs. I will see myself using this more often in the future, mostly because of the drive and the cloud storage and being able to access my documents from anywhere. It's like anything, if you get on there and just play around with it, you'll find that it's very easy to use and can serve a lot of your needs professionally as well as personally.